everyone, I'm Courtney and I'm a host mom.
And I'm Linus, her host student.
Where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
Today Linus is going to react to some rules. Some of them are going to be our rules that we have in our house as a host family, and a few of them are going to be other rules that host families might have that we've heard about before. We're going to get Linus's thoughts. Number 1, no cell phone in the bedroom at all. If it's used, it has to be in a common space, and charged, it has to be out overnight.
Okay, this is not a rule that we have in our home. I honestly don't think that I like this rule very much. I feel like your bedroom should be like your private place that you can rest after a long day and that you can kind of do your own stuff with. And I think that having your phone is a part of that privacy thing. If the concern for the host family is that the student is going to stay up for too late, then I think that they should just make another rule that says like lights out by 10 p.m. or something like that.
Number 2, a rule our family doesn't have, but some do, no dating.
Okay, so this one is kind of tricky, I think, because I can kind of see both sides. I do think that dating someone can be part of the experience, and having an American boyfriend or girlfriend can be pretty awesome. I do also see the concerns of the host family. This could just negatively impact the year as a whole. So I think this is just completely up to the host family, and either choice should be fine.
Yeah, always a controversial one. Okay, Number 3, this one might have some personal insight. No quitting a sport or activity once you've committed.
Yeah, so this is a rule that we had. And I got to experience this personally when I was playing lacrosse, because halfway through I was very stressed because of just the workload of practice every day and multiple games, plus AP class and stuff. So I asked my host parents if I could quit the sport, and they ultimately said no. And while at the time I was kind of frustrated by that, now after the season's over, I can definitely see that it was the right decision. Because I think that playing a sport is such a core part of the American experience. It has so many benefits, from friends to all the stuff that you can do. I got to experience senior night, I got to experience the last home game, I got to go to a playoff game, and all of that stuff. And if I think back now and say oh, what would have happened if I would have spent all of those days just at home after school? I think that would have been a little bit boring. Even if the host student maybe at first doesn't particularly like the rule.
Yeah. And this was sort of a hard one because, of course, we want the student to have the best overall experience. But it is sort of an American thing, and there's sort of an expectation with American sports that once you get past a certain point and you've tried out, that you stick with it. So we're proud of Linus for sticking with that. All right, we have one final rule to discuss today. Let us know if you've enjoyed it. We'll do a part 2. Final rule, GPS tracking, or using, what's the app called?
Life
360. Using something like Life 360 to track an exchange student.
Yeah. Okay, so this is definitely something that was very new when I first came here. This is something that I didn't experience from anyone back in Germany.
Oh, okay, people didn't, even though you could take the train or bus places, people didn't really track?
Okay. I mean, I didn't know anyone that did so. But then when I came here, pretty much all of my friends had their Life 360 account. All of their parents were constantly tracking where they are. So there's definitely a big difference between the US and Germany. So we do not have this rule in our home. So, and I think that this is probably a good thing, because the GPS tracking does definitely have some benefits in terms of like safety and being able to get the student. But it does also really cut a lot into the student's privacy. When your parents always know who you are with and where exactly you are. And I think that, for me personally at least, that would stress me a lot. And that would make me feel less free just in my overall day.
Yeah, I know a lot of host families have it and they might not actively look at it. We have used it, not Life 360, but tracking a couple of times, like if you've been out really late at an event or something like that and we don't know, the person's address ahead of time. But as a former high school teacher, I think it's important for teenagers to have kind of age-appropriate freedoms, and I see some freedom and flexibility on sort of where to go when it's been properly communicated and, you know, there's a lot of trust, then that something like the tracking isn't necessary.